to do with the footage.
All right, fine. Now, and once again, Anna Wintour in the 70s. It's a pressing question everyone in America wants to know.
Nobody, I think even including me, would have believed that the Anna Wintour of the early 2000s would be more beautiful, more poised, more fragrant, more slender than she was even in the 1970s. But somehow she's managed to do it. So.
But are you serious?
Yes, I couldn't be more serious.
Okay.
I couldn't be more serious. And I know that she's not a believer, so I just want to know what it is she's taking so I can have some too.
What are your thoughts on Kelley?
Kitty Kelley is a great reporter, but she's not a great political analyst, I don't believe. She was right about Nancy Reagan, and she was right about the British royal family. But remember, Nancy Reagan claimed to be the president when she no one had elected, was consulting astrologers, and the British royal family claims that it has a divine right, a hereditary right to rule. The reason why her book on Bush is no good is because it's not comparing like with like. She's not disputing or destroying any claim that anyone ever believed in to begin with, either for or against. So this one, I'm afraid, is not going to make it. As for Frank, I didn't read it because I've never cared whether Frank Sinatra lived or indeed died.
Have you ever encountered Camille Paglia, and what do you think of her?
Once with Camille Paglia I did a show. I was the host of it, in fact. And I remember she spent a colossal amount of time in the... No, this was a Channel 4 show for England. It was done from Washington. And she still holds the record for spending time in the makeup room of anyone I've ever met or ever heard about with, I'm sorry to say, the least a show for it. But I don't want to be ungallant. But I now wonder why I haven't heard this name for 10 years. What happened? Didn't she used to go around with bodyguards and have tell people to take a number and form a line if they even wanted to breathe the same air as her? That's what happens to narcissists, I believe.
Right. Keep the camera on. What do you think of Maureen Dowd?
I think she's been running on empty for many years, and I wrote a column in Vanity Fair saying as much in advance, saying don't leave reporting where your style is useful and your inflection is handy and charming and incisive. Don't become a pundit. You haven't got the stuff for it, and she should have listened, shouldn't she?
She's yelling with that book, actually, though, and I think she's doing okay on her own. My question to you, a preference.
This may be a tough time, and there may be all kinds of political deformities. There are indeed to be attacked and reviewed, but it's not a time for people who are flippant and light-minded, and unfortunately her attitude towards grave matters is frivolous.
Well, that implies
the way to do it is to be grave about the frivolous. You can get more laughs that way if you learn how to do it.
The First Lady, Laura Bush. Do you want to comment on
the First Lady? Is the first lady of whom I've ever thought. I wonder what that would be like. And having the thought occur, can't quite get it out of my head again.
You know, she is. Are you saying that she's?
Who are you going to propose? Bess Truman, the overrated Jackie. Actually, Betty Ford. No, but I was the wrong age then.
How would you